continue with more crosses and runs up against the very good left back. It's there from the captain, Kanza Benny. Paulus down the line for Godwin. A little bit of a cross, finds Bakonja. Paulus is in the area. He gives it to Awilo, lays it off to Stiga. Blocked from Sitati. Rika now. This is what African Stars need to see early in the first half, in the second half. Can they get a clear attempt on goal to equalize down the line? Good defensive work from Isiku, apologies. Elias is still trying to re-enter the game, and he has now made it back to 11 versus 11. And there he is stealing the ball off of Godwin Isep. Jasper, almost a junkie there on Gianluca Stiga. This is a very exciting second half here. Good football is being played from both teams. It's a game that has set up quite nicely, and I would want to think or maybe wish I could be in the mind of Coach Anderson Piri for KK Palace. What do you do in this situation? Do you defend and try to ride it out and protect that one goal, or do you try and get a second? For African Stars, there's only one objective: win the game. And Coach Bob Mafoso just telling Paulus Aludelu to come a little bit more wide. Pakonja, a pirouette turn there. He can only use his left foot. He should have maybe taken a shot with his right foot. Rika will take a shot with his right foot, and it has gone wide. And as I said, there is another game in play. I did receive word that it was slightly delayed. Young African versus Chula Chula. So just try and see if you can get the result of that game. But what I've been told, it is still 0-0 in that game. Young African just 3 points behind African Stars in second. And African Stars might be losing that 3-point advantage today if Young African can win their game. And then goal difference is still superior. African Stars having 19. It will be now 18 if the game ends this way. Young African with 12. So goal difference might be how this league title is won. Charles Ambira out of that defensive or center back position. Even the defenders now would want to attack and try and find an equalizer. Awilo chests it down to Chalo. Awilo. Garuka is looking to Katua there. He found him. That's not offside. I saw that before it even happened. Apologies, I'm a little bit biased. But this is what Anderson Piri would want, and you could just hear now Coach Bob Mafoso talking to Puksa Gianluca to not follow the game as the right back. Stay in your position. Down the line for Bakonja. Another offside. Needless. Small decisions or stop your opportunity. African Stars need to understand that protect every possession, every attack. Because you are trailing. You need to essentially score 2 goals, because even a draw would feel like a loss, especially after what happened in yesterday's game. And now is Paulus cutting his play in half, but that pass doesn't come off. Oh, this is beautiful play from this left back. Ludwig Nabeb finding a pass even. That's Jasper Haisiku going back to his captain Kenza Beni. And the captain just doing the sensible thing, kicking it out. Rika. And as I said in the first half, those crosses need to be more precious. It's a good thing to put crosses into the box because it tells the strikers that they need to get into those areas. But sometimes you need to see a red shirt before you put it into the box. Throw in to KK Palace. Isep. Good touch there from Bakonja to Awilo, and he's just bundled off the ball from the right back, Philippus Abraham. Good defensive work there from Abraham. But here comes African Stars once more. Oh, beautiful back heel there from Awilo to find Stiga. Shaluka should have been maybe given a free kick as he was fouled. Here now is the number 10, a beautiful save there from Chatindi against Elias Hambongo. He clipped the heels of Gianluca when he was trying to have a defensive header. The ball came back into the area and it put Gianluca a little bit off footing. So Elias could creep in behind, but his attempt on goal was nullified by Chatindi. There's a good chip there now for Paulus, which is in the box. Stiga will chest it down and put it for Katua. And as I said in the first half, Katua is very sneaky with those fouls. He wasn't able to trick the referee with that one. This game is beautifully set up. As a African Stars media personnel, I am devastated with how the scoreline is going, but it's a juicy as a neutral. It's a both teams are complementing themselves quite well in the second half. Here's the captain now, Kanza Beni. A through ball caught out there from Chatindi. Ronald Kachiere. Rika Munjua. Willie Stefanus. Oh no, Rika caught in two minds. He wanted to go back or to his captain and was caught in possession in that foul, even against African Stars. And you can hear just Vatapin Garuka just encouraging Rika just to do better next time. Ludwig Nabeb, the number 6 left back for KK Palace, is a good player. Elias Hambongo with some trickery of his own against Vetapin Garuka, and he's fooled him, and there's a junkie on Gianluca, but Stiga, our captain, stops all that nonsense. Charles Ambira finding Bakonja. Gordon Isep, he can go wide. He doesn't go wide to Katua, but Katua still finds the ball in front of him. Let's see what he can do. He puts the cross in. It's a header. It's over the crossbar from the wizard Awilo. And it was a good cross. Kruat Boom put a hand to it that maybe just put Awilo off of his understanding of the flight of the ball. And that header just goes over the crossbar. This game is quite juicy. Puksa finding Starboy and Abraham cutting out Awilo there. But Katua comes to give back the play to African Stars. Shot from Awilo. Definitely on target. Good save there from Khurut Boom. He's a commanding goalkeeper. He's a goalkeeper that has sensible hands on him and a sensible mindset to rush out at correct moments of the approach from African Stars. So he's done well, the goalkeeper for KK Palace as well. And this is what I said in the first half. KK Palace have lost only one game in about maybe 9 games, a few draws, of course, and a few wins. But just Google that stat. They are in 8th. And with this win, if the game does end this way, they will go to 33 points. They will still be in 8th because Chula Chula has 36 points. So it won't change their standing. But for a team that has been promoted, they have found form in these last 10 games. And that is just an irritation to African Stars who wish to keep hold at the top of the table. Bakonja, good ball retention, finds Katua. He should maybe go back wide to Bakonja. He tried to have a little bit of a through ball, but again, Sadwal Grootboom doing well to come collect the ball. And even if he was offside, what a beautiful pass there from Ludwig Nabeb. Elias almost beating Paulus. Good defensive work there from Paulus Alidelu. Stiga. Bakonja, beautiful flick from him to find Awilo. Put that cross in. He does. It's a good one for Godwin Isep. It's offside. Very good cross from Tatua. That's what he just needs to do from deep. Keep threading in those crosses. It will eventually find somebody. But we really need to find that hero quite quickly, as then we can maybe march on to get that second goal. But I'm talking about hyperboles here because we haven't even scored the first one. Jasper, he's in. Vatapi Garuka with a good interception and a good challenge. Oh! That ball, from my angle, that ball might have gone out, but the linesman wasn't in a good position to see it go out for a unnecessary corner. Throw in to KK Palace, and they are preparing a substitution. Haisiku. Godwin steals the ball off of him. Ooh, that through ball was just cut out by the captain, Kanza Beni. Very important interception from him. Katua. He's playing like a midfielder, the left back for African Stars. He might have lost the ball there. Chalo does well. Paulus. Easy ball down the line to Godwin. Paulus is there. Godwin does the other way. He can find a pass. He can't find a pass. And Chadima clears. The substitution is being confirmed for KK Palace. It is Alpheus Nangolo, the number 2 midfielder, I believe, coming off for the number 12, Vilo. And like for like change. And Vilo will predominantly play on the right of midfield. He seems to have even gone to right back. Rika with the ball into the box, Godwin. That's a good header from him, but definitely maybe couldn't fool the very educated Sidwell Grootboom. So yes, in fact, the new man Vilo will be playing, I think, on the right wing. Stiga, good play, good pass. Awilo, good holding up the ball, good pass to Paulus. Paulus now doesn't have much support, so he might have to beat Nabib, and Nabib wins the battle once again. Good turn, good chip. Ladies and gentlemen, and he gets a round of applause from his dugout. Ludwig Nabib is definitely one to watch, and if anyone is watching this game and you need a left back in your team, Bongani is in space. Charles Ambida, the right man at the right time. Now Charles can run through the midfield. Charles Ambida, good ball down the wing. Good, Godwin, you need to do something nice. Oh, and Charles Ambida almost had his studs onto that ball to equalize. It would have been an amazing goal, starting from his own box to come and score. The first corner of the second half taken by African Stars. Defensive header from Nabib. Here's Elias Hambongo. Jasper. Good defensive tackle from Godwin. It's ruled off as a foul. I wouldn't think so. I would not think so. But still a foul nonetheless. And yeah, Godwin is just maybe inquiring what he did wrong there. But it's a good foul to be won for KK Palace, just to alleviate some of the pressure that they've been receiving. And as I said, if you are watching and you need a left back in your team, this player, Ludwig Nabib, who will take this free kick, has put on a clinic from left back. He'll put this free kick in. Oh, it's a good one! It's so good that it ends up into the back of the net. Scored by Bongani So Wasep. My goodness. What can we say? It's just been an awful afternoon for African Stars. The 71st minute is it's heartbreaking. It really, really is. And this looks like a weekend where African Stars will come out with only 1 point as the top of the table leaders. And we'll have to see what Young African, if they understand what's happening here at the Independence Stadium. They are playing Chula Chula in Khobabas. So if the message does come to them and they are maybe drawing or losing against Chula Chula, they will be encouraged to get that 3-point gap to make it level at the top of the table. And in third, Mighty Gunners with 42 points. If it's so in the balance. Young African lose, we are happy. But if Mighty Gunners win, they still come into the play. That's a foul from Ludwig. Good. It's a team not to be underestimated, ladies and gentlemen. They drew yesterday against Young African, the team in second. And today, they might have collected 3 points from the champions. With about 20 minutes left with additional time, Linesman is actually repositioning the ball, and Anderson Peet, the head coach of KK Palace, is irate. But he's also his players. Free kick headed out from Ludwig Nabib. I'm not just saying his name over and over again. He's really doing these things. Here comes the number 10, Elias Hambongo, finding Jasper, a back heel. Nice. Hambongo. Setati couldn't find Jasper. Wilka Munjua. Paulus. Easy ball down the line once more for Godwin Isep. Cleared partially. Every single pass from this kid is coming off. It's offside. It's unfortunate. But how can, from a left back position, you have that type of vision? That was a beautiful ball. I could even hear how the ball touched his boot and how he chipped it instead of crossing it. Ludwig Nabeb, ladies and gentlemen. Charles Ambira. He's not playing centre back anymore. He wants to get involved. He almost had an attempt to level it just before conceding. Good tackle there from the substitute Vilo, encouraging his players. Everybody wants to play their best game against the champions. And African Stars are preparing a substitution. Harold Gasep. The ball is lost in midfield. It is Elias Hambongo and Jasper. Oh, he's beaten Gianluca. Jasper, a shot is blocked from Godwin and Gianluca. Down the line for Awilo. It will curl in his favor. He can get only a corner. Three substitutions, in fact, for African Stars. Oh, two, apologies. It is Jomo Chiveta and Harold Gasep that will be entering the game. But it is African Stars 0, KK Palace 2. Bakonja Chaikika to take the corner. Near post. Dreadful. He will put in a better cross. And it goes straight to Grootboom. And a player is down for KK Palace. And that's just the rest they need to just stop the pressure. And African Stars can now confirm the substitutions. So it will be Godwin Isep coming off and Gianluca Puxa. So two midfielders attacking players. Godwin, above average game once more today. Maybe defensively he did well. But what can we say about the attack? His creativeness has maybe just left him in the last two games, where he would have maybe won player of the match. He did so maybe 3-4 games ago, where he won man of the match maybe twice in a row, 3 games in a row. Just not having his way about him yesterday and today. There's one KK Palace player that has been stretchered off. It looks like a clear twist or a hamstring. So KK Palace will have to ready a substitution. But yes, indeed, Harold Gasep and Jomo Chiveta have entered the game. African Stars will play 3 at the back. Charles Ambira, Vitapin Garuka, and Ngero Katua, the 3 defenders at the back. Our Captain Stiga will assist with the defensive duties, but it's all attack now for Stars. Gasip blocked from Vilo. Stiga. Katua. That's what we need to see more of. Couldn't find a red shirt though. Rika. Good pass to Jomo. Take a shot, boy. He didn't. He tried to find a pass. And Vitapin Garuka is pressured from Jasper. He didn't commit the foul. He did not commit a foul. The play continues. And Nambe, while he's classy, sometimes defensive duties just boot it anywhere. Anywhere will do now for KK Palace. It's fallen now to Elias Hambongo. Oh, who puts a junkie through the legs of Charles Ambira. But Charles Ambira gains some respect back from the number 10 player. Just while the game was beautiful, it was beautiful in all the wrong reasons. Gossip, the quickest man on the pitch, maybe. He'll run it wide. He's joined by Jomo. Two wingers playing on the same wing there. And Tabang Sitati just clears. Katua, he might be looking for that cross. He goes to his captain, Kechere Munjua. Alundilu. Good cross. And it's headed out. Gossip, right foot. Not his natural foot of choice. And you wouldn't even call that a shot of target. Performances essentially from KK Palace players. But the result will be devastating for the Red Army with 5 games left in the season. It's going to go to the wire, ladies and gentlemen. We thought that maybe with 3 points ahead, you would maybe close off the season with 4 games to go or something like that. Or with 1 game to go or 2 games to go. But now African Stars need every game, every result of the season. Charles Ambira. Fire there. Wins the foul though. And we'll probably just allow Awilo to do whatever he wants to do with this free kick. If he can put it into the back of the net, that will be beautiful. But that's just synonymous to hitting the wall. KK Palace have blocked African Stars from showing their class and their quality. And perhaps points will be on the card for next week's games. But this weekend, it's been a huge hiccup. And let's hope it's the last hiccup until the end of the season. Rika puts it to the box and Groot Boom. Soos 'n man in die boom. Hy vang. So lekker. Very good play there from the goalkeeper from KK Palace. It's a game that Coach Anderson Piri has wanted from their team. A good performance all around for KK Palace. And you just have to shake their hand in respect. They didn't do it aggressively. They didn't do it with shouting at the referee, trying to win fouls dirtily. They did it with football. Paulus, cross. It's there for Bakonja. It's a beautiful block from Abraham. Stiga might want to catch onto that ball. Good little chip there from Sitati to take it away from Stiga. And Elias puts a through ball for Jasper. He's got 12 goals. Oh, he couldn't score his 13th. Good save there from Chatindi. And Chatindi has played well today. Many will say and look at the result and say, maybe if Marvin Kazetura was in goal, it would have been different. But no, a penalty and a very good cross free kick that was scored from Bangani, a header, Awilo. So Chatindi didn't have a bad game as the Stars goalkeeper. He saved two goals opportunities from Jasper. This is even the second one that he's done, Chatindi. So he's kept, what can I say? He kept Stars in the game. You just have to shake the hand of KK Palace in respect. Here's Willie Stefanos. Paulus. Stefanos. A cross comes in. It's headed out from Abraham. And as some English commentators say, and although I am commentating for African Stars, I don't think even if you would have to play another 90 minutes, African Stars would maybe be able to score a goal. It's just the game has just been set up in that way. Vetapi Garuka now with some striking duties. Stiga up against Jasper. Foul. And earlier this season, African Stars beat KK Palace 2-1. Godwin and Awilo scoring in that game. That was match day 11. Oh, good work there from Awilo. But the cross is again caught out from the captain, Kenza Benny, just putting it into touch. So in an away fixture in the north, KK Palace were defeated in their home game by Stars. But in this home game for Stars, they've gotten their revenge. Katua with the shot. It's driven and it's blocked. Sitati. Bongani, the goal scorer of the second goal, trying to find Vilo, but he just goes out. Rika Munjua. He will look to Vitapin Garuka. Garuka is there. That's a tough challenge. What could that be? That's a foul against Vitapi, but Garuka was the one that was fouled by two players. And the referee awarding a foul to KK Palace. And you can see Garuka just looking at the referee saying, how can I be the one that was fouled? Or how can I be the one that committed the foul? I agree with his consent. And he's on the yellow card. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah. I also wave it away. Because Vatapin Garuka intercepted between two players and Groot Boom, where he has been calm, cool, and collected goalkeeper. He rushed in and bundled over Garuka along with the other KK Palace. Oh, Bongani has just beaten two African Stars players. And Chatindi does well to collect two yellow cards, one to an African Stars player, Vatapin Garuka, and the other to the KK Palace player, Kasep. And now you know that the scoreline will end 2-0 to African Stars. And there is a player down. It is Ngero Katua, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 medical officials are coming to assess Ngero Katua. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. The game is still continuing. It is close to the 90th minute of the game, but I can't believe I'm saying this. But the defeat has been maybe confirmed perhaps 8 minutes ago. It's a sour one to take, but we are still top of the table. Young African versus Chula Chula is the game to really look at. If I can just maybe try and confirm what that scoreline is just before this game ends, that would be an interesting thing to keep note of. But no still confirmation from that game in Khobabas. Substitution. It is Gero Katua coming off with that knee injury. Jackson Johannes has joined the game. Natural left back. Vilo cutting that ball out. Jomo is there. Almost blasted it into Haisiku. Haisiku comes out and finds Jasper. He's quick. He's smart. He's tricky. Ooh. He was trying to find that chip to find his partner in crime, Elias Hambongo. Paulus gives it to Awilo. Awilo puts that cross in. It's a header from Bakonja. And it's off target over the crossbar. Everything has essentially gone over the crossbar for African Stars today. Paulus with some defensive duties, doing well to find Jackson Johannes. And Paulus playing a good 90 minutes. Can't remember the last time he had a 90-minute spell, Paulus Aludelu, but he's done well. The first half was his better half. In the beginning of the second half, he had a few good crosses, but he's come up against a beast who might be the man of the match in this game, the left back for KK Palace. I haven't said his name in a while, so you don't have to stress, but you have to give it to him. Ludwig Naibeb, the left back for KK Palace, definitely earns my man of the match for today's game. Here's Elias Hambongo, who has also had a good game and tried to win a corner there, but Stiga brings it out once again. Garuka chests it down for Awilo. Another chest from him. Good touches from the centre back. No foul. Even the linesman gives the foul, and then the referee says it's a foul. Or is there an agenda against Vitapin Garuka or what? Willow will take it. If there's any hope, it needs to start now. Abraham, oh, shot blocked again. No, that was the captain, Kenza Beni, with two defensive interventions there. The man with the pink boots, first heading out that free kick from Awilo and blocking the shot that came in. Jackson Johannes will take the long throw. Oh, Charles Ambira with that header. If he was maybe 5 steps behind, that header would have been on target. Charles Ambira puts it down. Good footwork there from Chalo, but Bakonja couldn't regain that possession, and the two players just really in disagreement with each other, Chalo and Bakonja. Garuka still in the box, cleared from Haisiku. Sitati, good header out wide to Hambongo, but Charles Ambira is strong and he's smart. And he wins that free kick. Aludelu put the cross in. It's a good one. It is a good one, but the defensive back line of KK Palace have really been excellent here. This season, I can say that they have really done, out of all the games that I've seen, Garuka's in the area. Groot Boom with a very good catch. In all the games that I have commentated, KK Palace today have really impressed me. The back four have been excellent, almost to a point where I didn't even need to call their names out. The only name that needed to be called out was the left back's name. But let me say the names in full. Philippus Abraham, the right back. And Kanza Beni, the centre back, the captain. But number 25, who is actually down now, being nursed by the medical staff, Chi Munya Chindima, and the left back, Ludwig Nabeb, who is in your picture just standing alone there. Those four players have really earned the respect today. And Chadima is just being stretched off. Two players being stretched off today. That was Katua and now Chadima. So the medical assistants here have really had a run of their money, or they've earned their money today. Offside against Garuka, which is quite. I also disagree. I don't know. But it is what it is. Offside. Chindima re-enters the game and he will take this free kick. Coming from the stretcher to take a free kick. Paulus. And I alluded to it. I alluded to it earlier on in the first half when Paulus was being the player that African Stars were looking for. The crosses were going to the right wing to get Paulus involved. Oh no, Bongani with two touches from the heavens. He's now given to Jasper, and Jasper almost fools the lawyer. Oh, and puts it through his legs. No. No, no, no. It can't happen like this. The result is bad enough. Now it's an exhibition. But in hindsight, perhaps this is the schooling that African Stars needs to really understand what is at stake. You can go home and vomit out this weekend, but tomorrow you'll feel better, and next weekend perhaps African Stars will feel better. Paulos Aludelu. He has the number 10 Elias Ambongo with that pressure. Earns a round of applause from his bench for that defensive work. Jackson Johannes, those crosses from deep. Jackson Johannes comes into the game. We always want those crosses from deep. It was a good one, but the new striker, Vitapin Garuka, wasn't there. And in fact, it is full time. It is a devastating result for the Red Army. You can hear it in my voice, but you have to give respect to the team in blue, KK Palace. They have done excellently today. A penalty maybe was the punch in the stomach that KK Palace needed to give us in the first half, the 25th minute. And Bongani, from a free kick, scored his header at the 71st minute to essentially kill off the spirit from the Red Army. So at the Independence Stadium, it is unfortunately has ended. African Stars no, KK Palace 2. We'll see you next weekend.